Am I getting you from New York today? I know you're a Columbia
Um,
University alumnus.
no, I'm in Los Angeles. You can
I
see
couldn't,
the gloomy
sometimes
background.
you can't tell if that's a fake Zoom background or not, but either way, congratulations on the show. I know that the rights to television were first acquired almost a decade ago. When did you come on board with the show?
So I actually came aboard 5 years ago. So still kind of a long time ago. It'll be almost 5 years to the day when the show finally is released. I think they had tried to develop it as a feature for a long time, but it makes more sense as a television show because I think
Right.
you can actually get to know the characters better. And once you build it out, it's actually a lot more satisfying.
Right. So, executive producer, showrunner, you wrote the first episode. Did you know that you were going to be so heavily involved when you came on board 5 years ago?
Yes. I mean, part of the challenge was really adapting the show for television
Mhm.
and taking the book, which I had loved, but figuring out a way to translate that to 8 hours. So I think at that point, I had to make some shifts from the book in terms of the book really splits the point of view between Kirby and Harper and multiple women, and I focused solely on Kirby because she was the character I really connected with.
So, you actually brought up what I'm super curious about as a creative person, which is breaking down that first episode. What kind of person are you with outlining content? Is it like 80 drafts to get there, or is it like two or three?
I think it's 80 drafts in your head, two or three on the page. But what was so challenging about this was the actual adaptation. So translating it and making those shifts. So once you're like, okay, I want to put it in this one character's point of view, I think it's better for a mystery if it's very subjective. It's blue sky, right? So once you do that, then you have to sort of restructure, okay, well, how am I going to tell the mystery? What's the starting point? And actually, once I switched it to a more subjective point of view, I actually changed a lot of the mythology. So a big piece of the heavy lifting early on was really figuring out a new mythology for the show.
As you mentioned earlier, 5 years in the making. Are you allowed to say what's next, or is it all Shining Girls all the time?
I'm allowed to say what's next. I just opened a writer's room for Blade Runner for Amazon. And so we're a couple of weeks in. Yeah.
Wow, the streamers are very good to you. And then the last thing I want to know before I let you go, when you were starting at Columbia, was there a particular role model that you had where you said, that person made it in entertainment, I can too? And it's okay if the answer is no.
Well, it's not that, is that I had never been to LA. Like I was so disconnected from the actual industry.
Sure.
So I had, I was a reader growing up and then I went to film school, but it wasn't really until I came out here and actually started meeting people that were actually making material. They were making TV shows, they were making movies. That was such a huge new world, and meeting all those people. There's definitely been mentors along the way now, but I was completely isolated and green from that whole world. So I didn't even know what a life would look like, in truth.
There you go. Well, congratulations again. Looking forward to Blade Runner, etc. Thank you for your time.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Nice to meet you.
Paltrocast.